Hey guys, this is Aaron Lewis, and I'm back with another tank teardown today, and today we are doing the other Nano aquarium, my Half Moon Betta Fish aquarium. We're going to be completely tearing it down. I bought some new substrate, I bought some new smoothed out lava rock to go in there. It's going to look really nice, so I hope you guys are looking forward to this video. I have recently been tearing down my other two nano tanks, as everyone would already know from the videos on my channel. So let's get stuck into this teardown. Well, this video is actually going to be much harder to film than any of my other nano tank teardowns, just because it is so low to the floor. So I have you guys up on my tripod, and I'm hoping it'll still be enjoyable. I'll try and bring the camera down when I can, or I'll get the other phone actually and film what I'm doing down here, and it can be like the unboxing video of that strip glow light. But I'm going to just practically start by removing everything. Now I do have, I believe, 5 or 6 red cherry shrimp in here. So I will be pulling them out and putting them back in the red cherry shrimp aquarium. Because as I said in one of my other videos, I plan on getting a a different type of cherry shrimp for this aquarium, and the other Dumbo Ear Betta aquarium up there. So I want 3 different types of cherry shrimps in all these tanks. And I might eventually get a little Betta fish for this aquarium here. Just depends how well I find they do with the shrimp that I'm going to get for them. I'll be so glad to redo this aquarium here. It's been bugging me for a while. It's just been one of those aquariums that I've never been able to get perfect, just with the amount of algae that keeps growing in here. Like, just look at these water wisteria, for instance. They're just covered in algae, and I'm not a big fan of algae. I think it looks gross, and especially when there's only a couple shrimp in here, so I can't expect them to keep the whole tank clean. Don't get me wrong, they are doing a very good job for how small they are, and it being that there's only a couple in here. But being that I can't get like a cleaner fish like Corydoras or Autocinclus to this tank, being that it's so small, I have to really only keep shrimp. But I have a really cool layout plan for this tank. I have some sand coloured gravel that I'm going to be replacing with the substrate. I will be keeping some of this substrate though in there, but I will be keeping some of the old soil that is in here, because it's actually Oliver Knott soil, so it is very pricey, and it is also full of nutrition still. So I'll be keeping that in here, but I will probably be just keeping in the middle bit, and then I will be covering it with the sand coloured gravel, and it's also very fine gravel, by the way, so that will be very interesting. And then I also will be sprinkling some API food tablets on top of it for the plant roots too. Alright, so as I did with the other fighter fish, my Dumbo Ear out there, I'm just going to get this little plastic container, scoop them out and put them into the bucket with all the water and plants and the driftwood and rock. Now I do it this way because using a net can actually harm their fins, just because they are very delicate. So it's better off if you try not to touch the fish as much as you can. And boom, just like that, he's in there. So let's pour him in here. So I have completely emptied out the tank. All the shrimp are successfully in little shrimp tank here. I would estimate that I probably got at least 11 out, and they definitely have been breeding in there because there was a bunch of shrimplets that I had to put it back in here. So I'm very impressed with that, and I'm just going to go completely clean out this tank here, give it a good wash out. I'll be keeping some of the gravel in there, as I said, and then we will begin aquascaping. Well, that aquascape was actually very successful. As you guys just had a little bit of a glimpse there, it actually turned out very nice. The smoothed out lava rock, the sort of grey tones that it has with the white, well not white, but you know, like that creamy sort of sandy gravel colour, just when it goes really well together on top of all the greenery in the background there. I'm just really excited to see how all the plants grow back in. Now I've got to add my little fighter fish into the tank, but I'll give you guys another quick glimpse. The water's completely full now, it's a bit more clear since you guys last saw it. So I'll quickly flip the camera down and we'll have a look. This is the final outcome of the Half Moon Betta Fish's tank aquascape. As you can see, I went for a very simplistic sort of design here. I didn't actually think this smoothed out lava rock would turn out as nice as it did, but I'm extremely impressed with it. It looks so beautiful in here. I'm very excited for all the plants to grow in the background, and I've got a little bit of Anubias nana petite on this rock here, so hopefully it'll end up extending down through the cracks here is what I'm hoping for. I don't think it will. And then we also have a Cryptocoryne here with the water wisteria back there, so they'll get all bushy back there, and then you just have the Amazon swords and the jungle bow on both sides of it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments if you think this was one of the nicer aquascapes out of all three of them. So there's one, and this is the second one we did. As you can see, the tanks have cleared up beautifully since we last looked at them, and he's absolutely loving it. I'm actually sourcing some shrimp for this tank at the moment. I'm hoping to get some of the blue type of the neocardian shrimp, just to complement him in there, but I feel like they're going to be quite pricey. As I said, the crystal red cherry shrimp is what I really want, but I think they're like $20 a piece over here in Australia, so that is quite pricey, and I usually like to start off with a school of 10 to really give them a fighting chance of breeding and colonizing in the aquarium. But let's acclimate this little guy to his new tank and add him in, and we'll show you him all swimming around in there enjoying it. The little guy is all in now. He's absolutely loving his new layout, if you ask me. And now hopefully his fins will definitely be able to grow back, because with this nice texture of the smoothed out lava rock and the nice gentle sand and all the plants in there, his fin should be looking great in probably like a month, I'd say. He'd be back to his beautiful old self. Well guys, that pretty much sums up this series, you might say, of me redoing all my nano aquariums, trying to get rid of the duckweed and snail issues that we had with them. And if you ask me, I think they all turned out absolutely amazing. There's nothing more that I love than to sit down and re-aquascape some tanks, because that is the most enjoyment that I get out of setting up an aquarium, is aquascaping it, because then you get to see it grow from there. And I must say that out of all three, my favourite has to be the one that we just set up, the Half Moon Betta Fishes aquarium. Just with the smoothed out grey lava rock in there with the sand and the green plants in the background, it looks absolutely amazing. So I'm really excited to see how they all turn out once they grow in. Let me know what aquarium you guys like the most. Is it the first one we did, which was the Red Cherry Shrimp aquarium, or was it the Dumbo-eared Betta Fish aquarium, which was the second one? Or maybe it's the one that we just did now and you guys agree and think it was the best one out of the lot. But thank you so much for coming along with me to aquascape all my tanks again. I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy this, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. If you already haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Only 2.5% of my views come from people that actually subscribe to my YouTube channel. So it goes a long way if you just hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more content and support me throughout it. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!